Rawr! Hello and welcome to Midnight Readings. Today we'll be reading A Day in the Eyes of a Sniper, written by Raizuo. And as always, these are our amazing Patreons. If you'd like to join, the link is in the description, and it most certainly helps keep the lights on. Now, shall we get to it? In an area near the city of Manhattan, there was a group of ponies who were gathered around an innocent-looking area. But no one really knows the true intent of the ponies. At least, no one who wasn't there anyways. On a nearby hill, however, was a brown earth pony, laying low on the ground and watching the group through his scope. His sniper rifle was custom-made so an earth pony like him could pull the trigger with his hoof, instead of having to have a unicorn help him do so. As he looked through the scope, a box-looking object made sounds of static next to him.
Are they there yet?
The radio asked the pony. He sighed and picked up the box. I've confirmed that they've just arrived. Are you in position? He asked them in response.
Just got here.
The radio responded. The earth pony smirked a bit, knowing full well where the voice of the radio is. Good. Just point out my targets then, he stated, and put his eye back to the scope. The rifle itself was the same color as him, as to not attract attention, and a silencer upon the end of the barrel. He breathed in and out slowly, and waited for the voice to say something. He didn't have to wait too long.
Alright, our two main targets just went inside that hill. Take out the guard standing on the right. I'll take the other one.
The voice responded. Copy. On your go. The earth pony responded. He moved his sight to the one pony guard standing still and zoomed the sights in, and placed the crosshairs above and to the left. He knew the wind would blow the bullet slightly to the left, and gravity would pull the bullet downwards to hit his target right in the head.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go!
The voice counted, and the earth pony pulled the trigger. His shot took out one guard by it entering his skull and leaving through the back of it. The guard crumbled to the floor dead, while another shot took out a guard that would have seen him. He pulled the slide back to eject a spent bullet and rechambered a new one in the gun. Targets down. I'll maintain overwatch.
Got it. I'll be there shortly.
The radio responded. The earth pony turned back to his scope and scanned the area for any other guards that might be standing around. He couldn't find any more, so he frowned to himself. They don't have many guards. Either they're very confident that they won't be found, or they're sloppy in security, he thought to himself.
Alright, I'm on the scene, so make sure you don't shoot me.
The radio called, pulling the earth pony out of his thoughts. Acknowledged, he responded in a monotone voice, and looked back. A black Pegasus was on the scene where the two guards were killed, and he dragged their bodies out of sight. After doing so, he waved that the earth pony could go to him. The earth pony got up and checked his gear before moving up to the waving Pegasus. Not so many guards around the entrance, huh? The Pegasus said with interest. The earth pony nodded in response and sighed. Yeah, but then again, no one really knows that we exist to prevent their foil plans, the earth pony said. Tell me about it. Rainbow Dash saves the day, but we make sure that no one destroys their land. The Pegasus said with a long sigh. You know that we cannot take credit for what we do, the earth pony told the Pegasus. Yeah, I know. But this killing stuff just needs to be done anyways, credit or not. The Pegasus replied before pulling the slide on his own gun to chamber a bullet. The earth pony nodded and pulled out a pistol and followed the black Pegasus into the place where the two targets entered. Both of them sneaked through the base easily, as the guards were too relaxed to really do their jobs, since no one really expected for two ponies to sneak in. But not all the guards were so lucky to stay alive, as some of them have their necks cut open or a few bullets put into them. The blood didn't cover the floor, but it did mark where the pony once stood, and the two-pony team went inwards until they found a large room. The Pegasi flew upwards as to get a higher view, and the Earth Pony climbed up 2 levels to get a better angle. When the Earth Pony found a spot, he opened up the bipod of his rifle and laid it on the floor, He set the radio down next to him and waited.
Alright, I see our target.
The radio said after a few moments. I have my sights on the other one, the Earth Pony replied.
Alright, let's get this done so we can go home.
The radio said before going silent. The pony agreed on that and took aim at one target. Timing was very important, so he focused on his target. There was no wind to push the bullet as they were indoors. There still was gravity. He aimed slightly above his target when he saw another pony suddenly fall to the floor. Blood coated the floor, and the ponies around jumped at the pony hitting the floor. The Earth Pony shot, and everything went slow motion, as the bullet travelled the distance between the barrel of the rifle and his target. As soon as the target went down, blood sprayed from his head. Time reverted back to normal, and the other ponies called out in alarm.
2 targets down. Now let's get out of here before they realize what happened.
The radio said. Alright, meet me at the entrance. The Earth Pony simply said, and picked up the radio. He turned the radio off and pulled the slide back again, ejecting another bullet case. He pulled the bipods of the rifle back into the rifle, and moved towards the way he had entered. Another 2 bite the dust. Guess that'll keep Celestia and Luna up for at least another century, the Black Pegasus said, when they met at the entrance again. Yeah, but I have one more thing to do, the Earth Pony said. And what's that? Pegasus asked him warily. To leave them a message for the snipers. The Earth Pony responded. Before the Pegasus could reply, the Earth Pony pulled up the rifle and shot him point-blank range, through the head, splattering blood on the ground as the pony pulled the slide to eject that spent shell. When the Pegasus hit the floor, a surprised look etched onto his slowly dying body. The Earth Pony pulled out a note and set it down on him. Voices called from the inside of the building, and he took off. When the guards that were planning to ambush the sniper came to the body, they found him long dead, and a note that read, We are the snipers, and we will always be there to protect the peaceful lands. Traitors will always be shot. The lead of the ambushing guard swore to himself, knowing that he had failed to even capture one sniper. The Earth Pony looked away from the scope and smiled. He knew that his partner would try to lure him into an ambush like that, but he turned it against him. He turned away from the scene, knowing his bloody work would always be needed. But as a sniper, no one would ever know that he was there. The snipers were simply ghosts. I like this one. It's dark, but in many ways I'd have to say, very, very likely. We know ponies can be evil. And yes, usually during peaceful times, crime is lower, but Celestia was ruling on her own for many, many years. Who's to say there weren't people who wanted her dead? That was A Day in the Eyes of a Sniper, written by Raizuo. I hope you all enjoyed, and keep watching that moon, everyone. Bye!